What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I am here with you to share some news which can only be described as both good and entirely unsurprising. You see, over the past couple of months, we have heard many people spreading really unhelpful rumours about how the stock of Booster 1.0 is going to be extremely low. And of course, we know that stock is going to be a bit of an issue for Digimon and every card game for a while because of the whole pandemic thing. But the rumours that we've been hearing is Booster 1.0 is not going to get a reprint. I.e., if you haven't already got Booster 1.0, you can pick up the extremely limited stock from the proper release, which is happening very soon, or you're going without, because Bandai are not printing any more of it. And that always sounded extremely stupid to me, because as someone that's been teaching business for a decade and a half, that makes absolutely no business sense whatsoever, and that cannot be true. And I suggested this to people who told me that they had had it confirmed by a distributor. And I would ask for proof and they would say, I've had it confirmed by a distributor. And I've said this in a couple of videos, but let me say this super clearly now. Confirmed by a distributor and official announcement from Bandai are in no way, shape or form even remotely close to the same thing. It never made any sense to me. It never was something that anyone could prove to me. They all said they had proof, but no one ever actually proved it to me, and it turned out to be completely and utterly untrue. Because Bandai have gone and done an announcement, and while we're here, can we give some props to Bandai, who have been really cool at giving us actual updates on what's happening with the game, etc., rather than just letting us guess, which is awesome. They've gone and made an announcement, and the announcement is exactly what we should have expected. Digimon Tamers, we have become aware that a number of retailers have posted that we are not reprinting version 1.0 or version 1.5 booster boxes. However, reprints of both versions are currently underway to meet demand. This reprint will be made available to distributors at the end of February. Shipping schedules globally continue to be impacted by COVID-19, so we recommend stores work with their distributor representatives for updates on the reprint availability. We continue to work actively with our distributors worldwide to monitor and assess market demand and will reprint to meet that demand if required. We are working very hard to take care of the growing Digimon community in the midst of the pandemic impacting production and freight logistics. We are going to be announcing a big campaign for stores and players starting from February, so please stay tuned for details. Thank you for your kind understanding on this issue and ongoing support. We sincerely apologise for the mixed messages you have received from some retailers. Here are the key takeaways. Yes, they are reprinting Booster 1.0, 1.5, of course they are. But not only that, they are willing to do more prints if necessary. And don't believe rumours from retailers. Now, I've told you that this was obvious and inevitable, and I've told you we should be expecting it, and I've told you that I am a professional business teacher, so let's just quickly run through some reasons why it had to happen. First of all, Bandai are a profit-making business. You do not run a successful, and I know some people hate Bandai, for some reason there seems to be something where if you like a game, you have to hate the company that produces that game, which has never made any sense to me, but apparently it's a thing. But Bandai are a profit-making business, they are successful, they're one of the biggest toy makers in the world, they are a very successful business. You do not run a successful business by not reprinting when there are thousands of people calling for a reprint. That is dumb. If you know you're going to sell, you are going to reprint. The stock they have put out has sold out instantly. The Facebook group is extremely popular. There are lots of content creators out there, and believe me, everyone out there making videos, watching videos, tweeting about this game, you are all helping immensely because you are showing Bandai how much we want this game. So they know there is money to be made. They're a profit-making business. They are going to reprint. The other thing is, this is the base set. This is the beginning of the game. And I know people like pointing to the Dragon Ball Super card game and particular products and sets which did not get as much printing as some people thought they should have done. And incidentally, maybe that's true. Maybe there are some products where Bandai have left money on the table. The general rule is either you overprint and you lose money, or you underprint and you lose sales. It is impossible to print the exact right amount. At some point, you've got to make a choice. But this is the beginning of the game. You do not risk underprinting the first lot. If you go back to the Transformers trading card game, that failed incidentally, and it's gone. And when it failed, stores did their thing where they started selling off all of their unused stock. Does anybody want to guess what the cheapest set to buy a booster box was, and what the easiest set to pick up a booster box of was? Yeah, it was a base set. It was the first set. Because they printed way more of the first set than they did of any others. Trying to pick up a booster box of Titan Masters Attack, the final set. Yeah, that is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. Because by the time they got to set 5, they knew the game was failing. They knew the game was on the way out. So they printed very conservatively because they didn't want unused stock because they knew the game was ending. But in the base set, in the first set, oh, they printed and they printed and they printed. Because when you're launching a game, you need product. Because it's not just selling product. The base set is not about selling product. The sales numbers for the first set, for the Booster 1.0, 1.5, the sales numbers and the profit is kind of irrelevant. That doesn't really matter. What matters is getting people in. A trading card game is not something where you're trying to sell somebody a booster box. You are trying to hook people and selling them a booster box of every single set for the next several years. It's not about profit. It is about building a customer base. A great example of this would be the original Xbox. The original Xbox never made any money. Not only did it never make any money, but when Microsoft launched it, they knew it was never going to make any money, and they planned for it to never make any money. They now are 3 consoles later and earning over £1 billion a year with their Xbox brand, and it's worked out very nicely indeed. Now, I'm not saying that Digimon TCG is going to be $1 billion business, but I am saying that that is the goal of the base set. The goal of the base set is get people in. And as soon as you understand that the goal of the base set is get people in, you don't need to be told by a distributor, oh no, I'm pretty sure they're not reprinting, because you know the idea of not reprinting is dumb. Maybe BT5, BT6, BT7 is going to be slightly underprinted and difficult to get a hold of and all of that, fine. But there is absolutely no way you do that with Booster 1.0 and 1.5, because then you're asking people to jump in on the third set. And because the third set's called BT4, it totally sounds like it's a fourth set. So you're not just turning down sales, you're turning down players, collectors, people who, I'm going to buy every starter deck that comes out and every booster box, 2 of. I'm going to buy everything, right? They have hooked me. I am who they want. But how many me's are they going to lose if they don't print enough product? So a lot of the time there is a decision to be made about whether you would rather lose some money over printing or lose some sales under printing. But when you're doing the base set, that is not a question. The risk is always, if I overprint, I've got to hook new people. Worst case scenario, you lower the price, and then you might hook new people with super cheap product. You come and get the rest anyway. If you think about it in business terms, and you think about the goals of Bandai with Booster 1.0 and 1.5, the idea of there not being reprint after reprint until they've sold as many as they can is absolutely ridiculous. And this is why I was so bullish when I told you that they were going to reprint and that the idea that they wouldn't is ridiculous, because they have to in order to grow the game. And they have invested in this game. Now, I've already done a video about why the pre-sale happened in November, why they launched in January, supply issues, etc. I'll link it in the description. I'm not going to repeat myself here. But for anyone wondering why it's taken a while, it is literally just a pandemic. They've told us over and over again. And this leads me to my final point, and this is something that I'm really kind of passionate about and something that really, really gets to me. People spreading rumours about lack of reprints are hurting the game. People love talking about things that are hurting the game and things that are going to kill the game. You know what? Spreading rumours that there aren't going to be reprints to Booster 1.0 and 1.5 when there are, and it's inevitable that there are, that hurts the game. Because that makes people go, oh, if I can't get a product, I'm out. And then they leave the Facebook group and they stop watching. And by the time Bandai officially announce that there are going to be reprints, those people have gone and they're not checking the news and they don't hear about the reprints. They're already out on the game. And worse than that, people who are spreading these rumours, all you do is you push up the price of the product that is out there early. Which means at best, those people are spreading false rumours that are hurting the game and turning people away. And at worst, they are actively spreading rumours that they know to be false to drive up the price of products so they can make a quick profit. And those are not the kind of people we want involved in the game, because people love saying, the release of this card will kill the game. A delay in a release date will kill the game. I've seen a billion different will kill the games over on the Facebook group. But the thing that will actually kill the game is people lying and pretending there are shortages when there aren't, and scalping and turning people away. That will actually kill the game. So a plea from me as we end the video today, can we all just stop? Can we stop pretending a rumour, and it's a rumour, it is nothing more than a rumour, that you heard from a retailer or a distributor is fact? Because I was told rather rudely by multiple people that it is a fact that they are not reprinting, which was all, like I've explained in this video, that was always a ridiculous proposition. And how many people do you think read that and went, yeah, I'm out, if I can't get product, there's no point. Left the Facebook group, stopped looking, went and bought a bunch of Pokemon or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. Please stop. From now on, and I know this sounds controversial, but bear with me here, let's just listen to Bandai. And Bandai are doing a really cool thing, right? Where they're going out of their way to update us on a regular basis. So why don't we let them? Ignore the rumours from retailers. Ignore that random person in the Facebook group that has definitely heard it and it's fact, but I can't prove it right now. Just ignore them all. Pretend they're not there. Because they might actually be trying to push up the price of stock that's out there in a very, very unconscionable way. And just wait for Bandai to tell us. Because they told us when stock was delayed. And they've told us there's going to be reprints. And actually, they're doing a pretty gosh darn good job of keeping us informed. So let's just listen to Bandai from now on, shall we? Right, rantier video than usual, ladies and gentlemen, but this was a very important video. The news is excellent. They are going to keep reprinting 1.0 and 1.5. Please ignore the idiots who are spreading false rumours. There we go. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys on this topic, but and it's really important here, more so than usual. Be nice, but go nuts. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.